Oh God, I see Tak. I see my favorite man.
You guys are now reacting to the Korean solo artist Raon, and this is her first Korean digital single.
Ah!
Good for her.
Sorry, I'm tired.
She originally debuted in Japan back in 2022, as she was most known for her anime OST covers on YouTube. Her 2023 Korean debut was written to highlight her unique charms. The song is composed by Giga and Tak.
Ooh.
Okay.
Are we ready?
Three, two, one, ragu.
Like.
Ooh! Oh, I like that chord.
Holy shit.
Chaotic vibes. What? Interesting.
The percussion is so eclectic.
Oh.
I love it.
Yeah.
I like this.
Yeah, so good.
So unique.
That was cool. That was great.
That was so cute. What?
It sounds like a construction site. 1 and 4, 1, fire. Yeah, the percussion is fantastic.
Ooh, that flat 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is very interesting.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, we're somewhere new.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like how they kept that synth line from the, yeah. Bass going nuts. Ooh, nice harmony. Oh! 4/3 modulation.
Yeah, the clapping.
Metric modulation.
Yeah.
What?
Wow.
Whoa!
Completely different vibe.
Jesus Christ, that was such deafening silence.
Oh, these riffs.
The bass is just nuts.
And I feel like with her timbre, like she has a very bright top, but then towards her chest, she opens it too. So it's like, it kind of reminds me of like an anime OST, honestly, like the way that singer would sound.
She's got a good voice.
Really cool, really great chords though.
Yes, you tell them.
Oh, I like those chords underneath that.
Cool. That was crazy. That was all over the place.
I don't know. Oh man,
It was wild.
This
was
is
a ride.
This is one that requires like time to simmer in my brain.
Oh my God, I love him so much.
Good shit. Good shit.
Wow.
Ooh, sick.
Of course.
Ooh, she's a queen.
Can you make like at least one bad song?
I don't think it's humanly possible for Tak to make a bad song.
It felt a little bit like getting hit by a car, but not in a bad way.
I had a fun
blast.
time. What happened though?
It's so good. There's so much to unpack. Like, there's so many great decisions that just like make the song flow despite how many different places it goes.
There's a lot going on.
You know how this like immediately sounds like it was produced more recently, like compared to that last song.
Yeah,
It's like really wide and it's really dry in places. You know,
yeah,
everything's like
that could be it. Yeah, I kind of noticed that too, like immediately, just
it's like
sonically.
it feels more
like,
modern somehow.
Probably just certain semi-minute decisions with like things like dry,
Right.
really dry sound design.
They also weren't like balancing like a gazillion like band members, so it could give them like way more freedom with, you know, extra sound design. But
You know, you're a little kid and you get all like in like elementary school and they're like, you get a color. And then you take every single color and you mix them all together and then it turns into nothing. And it's just this brown crazy
Was that
thing.
the experience?
Because there was so much going on that I was just, I was just like in shock. I was like, where?
Sonically, very good.
pretty cool.
Sound design wise, very good. Mix wise, very good. Just
Just too much.
just too much. Yeah, just too much. It's like pick 1 out of 10 elements to make little changes to add quirkiness. Don't make the harmony quirky and the melody quirky and the drum production and the sampling of the chords and the
And then change
time
the
feel
beat
change
halfway through.
and the and the video being crazy and the
I don't know. I feel like it was there were so many things that kind of like popped out as like interesting that it's like I don't really know if I have a favorite section.
I have a visual in my head of like pancakes stacked with like chocolate syrup and then maple syrup and then sprinkles and then marshmallows and then like fucking like lollipops stuck in it, and it's just too much, you know, like you'll never enjoy the whole thing because you'll be stuck like trying to eat like one pancake and dipping it a little bit in this syrup and then, oh, okay, that was nice, okay, I guess I'll suck on a lollipop now. But you'll never get the cake and lollipop and sprinkles and syrup, you know, it's just too much for you to focus on. So it's like if you're really determined, you can go back and try and consume it as a whole thing. But like a first listen, you're just like... There's so many sounds he packs in, but there's always just like this clarity from like the little bit of space between everything. I don't know how you
Especially
do that.
at the beginning. Like the way that he was like layering on at the beginning with all the
Yes.
shit. I was like, what the fuck is happening? But it worked!
It did.
I feel like he's the only person that can add so many things in one song and just still make it not like
Still cohesive.
yeah, still
and, like,
cohesive. Yeah, and still like really interesting.
A lot of the sounds and things that they accomplished in the production were impressive. I mean, the things that I remember are the one beat that was cool in the middle, and then the crazy weird transition get going into that beat. I was like, whoa.
Is that a metric mod?
Oh.
There's definitely a relation there.
No, there's not.
Like I don't want to spend time analyzing it, but like I feel it. Maybe it's some like perceived. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, is it 4/3? Like
I'm pretty sure,
I think,
yeah,
because it was a clapping that like, I was
Yeah,
like, okay, well this is definitely a modulation because it's because the clapping. Yeah. That's
it's
so
4/3.
cool. Yeah.
Mathematically, I don't see a normal relation.
Oh, it's a couple notches over 100.
Yeah, it's not 100. If it were 100, yeah, but it's not.
What if it was originally 100?
It's possible, and they were like,
And they thought, let's just move it up a little bit.
Yeah, because it sounds super cohesive. It's not like just sudden tempo changes like, oh, what the hell is that?
Yeah. You know what's interesting is that like the metric modulation was like, usually I feel like it's easier to find like from the first, like from where it goes. So like, but it was, we were able to figure out the metric modulation from the end of it, not from the beginning. Because usually it's like easier to go into it and harder to get out, but like, it was like the opposite. Like it was easier.
Oh
to
yeah,
hear.
because it's a retardando into that.
Yeah, it's just a rit.
And then
So
coming out
I
of
was
it
like,
was
is that a modulation? But then when it came back, I was like, oh, it totally is.
You can definitely
Yeah.
hear it. Like it's clearly a metric modulation relationship, but you don't hear it like that because of how the transition into it works. It's just a retardando and then lands right on that.
When the style changed, I know it's meant to be like, oh, it's something new, but it actually felt like something familiar to me. Something a bit more grounded, something that, yeah, like where I could pinpoint not like basically what type of atmosphere and mood they're going for.
Some of these changes didn't feel natural. Some of these changes really felt like premeditated and like that. Like that one felt, I don't even know. That one actually felt fine, but the other ones, like sometimes it felt like it's so overtly planned out that it's just like, there's no natural quality in it. It's just very mechanical and kind of gears moving and shifting in response to one another.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a thing. It's not good or bad, but it seemed a bit methodical in its mechanic changes.
I actually think that tempo, that section would be better slower.
Really?
Yeah, just a little bit slower. You definitely, no, because it's like if you like lean back a little bit, come on. No, it jams. It would jam.
This jams.
It jams.
This jams.
It does. It does.
It'll jam even more.
I think laying back on that, yeah, that would be nice.
Just the chorus itself, it's already super dope, super inspiring. I feel like Tak is the king of like changing chord qualities. Like this is supposed to be like, let's say in minor 2/5 is supposed to be like half diminished, but then like he uses like just straight minor 7 to make it really bright. Sometimes people use like regular 5. He will use a lot of different notes that are just like not expected.
Yeah, there's a lot of nice modal mixture too with the E major, E minor.
E major, E minor thing.
Yeah. Yeah, you should do a little bluesy blue note in there.
Whenever she duetted with herself and did harmonies, like that was always amazing. I think her voice lends itself well to itself. It was really nice.
I like her voice. Yeah. It seems like she has like a lot of like control over what she wants to do with it. Again, no, she had a lot of like different accents. Like sometimes she's like, and then she's like, wow! Like there was, if you were like, what did you think of all these girls' voices? I feel like there was a lot of different things going on, but it was actually one girl this time, so.
Did you have a favorite kind of character that she embodied?
I liked that she could do it all.
And the vocal delivery is also insane. I've not heard like such rambunctious, unabashed, and yeah, confident type of vocal delivery.
I think beyond that, she also had amazing range in what she was able to do with her sound. She made runs that were so smooth and flawless, and then also had talking vocals and screaming vocals that didn't sound polished at all, even though we know that she can do it because of the smooth runs that she did before. But there was an artistic choice, and she just had such different timbral colors and in her melodies that I think made them really interesting.
I can hear that she would do like OSTs. She has like a very powerful
Very
voice.
powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it just had like a very bright forward sound towards the top. It almost sounded like there was like a little bit of like and off her belt. Just like a very bright, sort of nasal. She kept it open towards the bottom too.
She like maintained like the colors throughout her voice, so it wasn't just like, oh, she had like the top. She like also had a little bit of like chesty color in like the middle to low, but it was very bright. 55, kind of hear her like open up into a chesty belt. Na 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 na. It was just kind of very like, yeah, like it opened up rather than like thinning out, and I just kind of had like a warmth. I kind of liked that.
Like her voice too, there's like a certain like edge to it, and it's like kind of like not necessarily like sassy all the time, but like it's got like that power to it, and kind of like the silliness of like all the animals and like all these like patterned clothes and stuff. That's part of it too, but it's like her owning it, and that's like kind of her personality kind of a thing, and you can hear that like in her like voice like tone too. Because with this song, I thought it's so unique, and like I feel like it's bringing out like a certain like personality of like the artist. I bet it's like a contribution from like all of these, like the producers and like the singers and stuff. But it's just so unique. I love it.
I liked it. I liked it.
I liked it too.